Hi there everyone, this is the Innovative Traders and welcome to our channel. First of all, I would like to thank everyone that has been a subscriber to this channel ever since it was opened. And I would also like to welcome those that are new to this channel. I really hope that the channel become one of the helping tools towards your trading journey. So without any further ado, let us take a look at this market breakdown that I'll be doing now. I'll be doing a market breakdown on a few pairs that I'll be looking to capitalize on this coming week, which is US30, Nzdjpy and Usdjpy. So without wasting any further time, let us take a look at our very first pair, which is US30 and index, of course. So looking at what is currently happening on this bit of price action, price has been creating what? A series of higher highs and higher lows. It's been creating what? A series of what? Of higher highs and higher lows. From this point, we had a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Currently, price is giving us what we call a new all-time high. Someone can argue that price has closed below this level. It has closed below this level. Yes, you're right. Remember, I'm with candlesticks. You're having a body. A body will have a what? A open and a close. And you'll have a what? A low of the candlestick and a high. If you can take a look at this candlestick here, the high is above this level, basically meaning this is acting as a what? As a new all-time high. Now we're expecting price to what? To exhaust towards the downside before it can continue with its bullish momentum. It's bullish. So currently we're going to look for what? Selling opportunities for the short term and buying opportunities for the longer term based on what we're seeing currently here. If you can take a look at nature's theory, you're having what? An impulse, correction, continuation. You want to see what? Retracement of this price action acting as a discount of price to give us what? Those areas where we were looking for to long this pair towards the upside. So currently we're going to look for selling opportunities as price retraces to the downside, giving us what? A level of I can say demand for us to buy the price. So now we're looking for selling opportunities before our long-term buy opportunities. Why? We're having what? An all-time high. We're looking for what? For a higher low before we can look for what? For buying opportunities. So now let's take a look at the smart time frame in order to get a detailed price action. Detailed price action. For catering structure, this is what we're having. This is what we're having as a guide. We're waiting for price to retrace towards the downside before it can actually buy for the longer term run, since we're having a new all-time high. So going to the 4-hour time frame, taking a look at how price broke the highs, a lot of people would panic and say this thing was actually going to continue from this point here. Remember our basic, we have to like buy when things are cheap and sell when things are expensive. At this point, there's no interest level of buying. We only want to look for what? For selling opportunities because of price. It's at a level where it is expensive. So now take a look at how price broke the high. It has broken the high in a structure. Before we had something like this here. We broke the highs in a structural manner. Indicating a nature of catching people on the wrong side of the market. Those who are trading a breakout and retest of any level they receive without even asking themselves how did price break that level. So now price broke above in this level. This is an indication that people are going to get caught. After that, price will push back below and give us a confirmation of a sell bias. So now take a look at how price is sitting currently. We broke above, we caught people. Now we are back into the area of interest. Price broke above in ascending manner, pushed back below, giving us this structure here, acting as a bearish continuation pattern. This is our confirmation bias for what? For selling opportunities. And obviously, if you can look left, we're having a nature of a head and shoulders pattern, which is a reversal pattern. We broke above and we broke back below after catching people on the wrong side of the market. Now price is giving us what? This bit of price action as a confirmation of a sell bias. Again, looking left, to having what? Left shoulder, head, and our right shoulder. But now the question is, where are we going to look to sell this market. Since we cannot enter obviously at the break of this, we'll have a very huge stop loss. We need to find a place that will give us I can say a level that will give us a reasonable stop loss. So now what we can do now is wait for price to at least give us a possible extension into that, giving us what, a dead tap before it drops. A dead tap into that before it drops, obviously giving us what, a risk entry with reasonable stop loss. That is our first scenario. Or price can what, break below or hover around this area, give us an entry here. You can have a hover entry, placing your order below this level and your stop loss above there, and taking to the downside. But then since tomorrow the market will be opening, we'll expect price to pull back to this level here, giving us what, a high risk entry. Obviously a high risk entry, we're taking it towards the downside, as price will be retracing and looking for what, for a level at which price will become cheaper for us to be able to buy. So price will move to the downside. Obviously our first target being this level here, which is our previous swing high of this I can say intraday trend. We had a higher high, higher low, higher high. We want a higher low. Price has to be on a cheaper level in order for us to start buying into the upside. We buy low and we sell high. So now we want price to move from this level to this level here. This acting as our first take profit, and if price can create a possible extension into this trend line here and give us a perfect dead tap before it can push to the upside. So now we are looking for what? For selling opportunities from this level. Our confirmation bias, price broke above. It created a high of the candle above this high, creating what? A new all-time high. It has closed below, basically meaning it was what? Catching people on the wrong side of the market, those who are only trading I can say the textbook. You don't ask yourself how price is approaching that level. So price broke above in this manner, indicating what you call mass psychology. Broke back below, giving us what? A full retracement of a bearish continuation pattern towards the downside. So now you're looking for selling opportunities from that level, or you can wait for price to break below and give you a mini continuation pattern called a breakout, a correction after breakout entry. You can take it with reasonable stop loss, then take it to the downside. For US you're looking for for short-term selling opportunities before we can long this pair. Before we can long this pair to the upside, since we're having what? A new all-time high. We're anticipating price to give us what? A new swing higher low for the long-term buy. So now let us take a look at the next pair, which is Nzdjpy. Remember we had this pair during on those previous weeks where we had this nature of price action. Price was moving towards the downside, was moving in this manner. Before, this was acting as a trend. It was acting as a trend. Remember, if we're not breaking it, we're respecting it. So price was treating this thing as a trend. Hence, it was contained below this level and creating what? A series of lower lows and lower highs. So price has broken this guideline trend line, you can say. It's broken the trend line. Now we are looking to see if price is going to confirm longer term buying opportunities. How are we going to see that? We have to mark our swing low on the high time frame, which is this one here. This is our previous swing high before this swing low. So now we want to see if price will break this level and confirm our long-term buying opportunities, obviously creating what? A momentum shift from a downward trend into an upward trend, forming what? A series of higher highs and higher lows. How can you confirm that? We want to see price violating this level here, as this level was the one that is protecting what? Our downtrend. This now is acting as a channel. Why? Because of price has broken what? Our trend line guideline, violating our intraday lows, our intraday swing lows, and creating what? A momentum shift of a bullish buy. So we want to wait for a longer term confirmation of what? Long opportunities. price is now sitting in this manner. Remember, structure can only act as a reversal channel if it is broken, and broken in an impulsive manner. Because if we are not breaking it, we are respecting it. So we want to see price if we'll break this structure, continue further up, giving us what those selling opportunities up until the trend reaches its destination. So now we want to see if price will respect or break this level, creating what, like I said, momentum shift from a downtrend into an uptrend. So now it's all about paying attention to what is price going to do. But currently, let's take a look at what is price doing in this current moment of time. If you can take a look at how price moved from this level here, it pushed up, impulse, correction, simple price action, impulse. Now we are in this corrective nature. Now you have to ask yourself, is this a bullish corrective nature or is it a bearish corrective nature? How are you going to see that? You have to cater for structure. We have to cater for structure. Let us go to a daily time frame and obviously mark up our key significant levels, which is the highest high, which is this one here, the area of cautious, and obviously the lowest low, and the previous swing low before that swing high, the previous swing low before that swing high. Now let us draw in our structure to get to understand if we are having a bearish or a bullish structure. Let us take a look at this price action here. We're having a series of higher highs and lower lows, indicating what? An expanding type of channel. An expanding type of channel consists of a series of higher highs and lower lows. Higher highs and lower lows as it expands. So now currently in this format, price has given us what? A series of 3 higher highs and a series of 2 lower lows. Basically meaning we're anticipating price to give us what? Another lower low before it can continue to the upside. Basically meaning this acting as what? As a bullish continuation, expanding type of channel. So now we want to price to tap into our that tap of the channel or respect this double bottom. Why am I saying that? We are from a swing high. Remember, we made a swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. Obviously, by the rules of nature theory, we have to expect price to give us what? Another swing low before it can push to the upside. If we are going to look for what? For buying opportunities. Remember, we're only buying low and selling high. Price currently is in mid-air. We want to see price what? Discounting into our area of what? Buying region, I can say. So now let us take a look at what is happening currently on the 4-hour time frame, identifying the recent price action as our phase identification. Taking a look at how price moved from this level here. We moved from this level in a corrective manner with low momentum. This was actually acting as a trend. As you can see, it was creating what? A series of lower lows and lower highs as it falls to the downside. So now we have to pay attention to what is happening currently at this recent price action. If you can take a look at this one here, before this happened, this is what we had. Before that happened, this is what we had. We had price sitting in this nature, obviously creating what? A picture perfect continuation pattern, which is in a form of a textbook continuation pattern. A picture perfect continuation pattern coming from an impulsive leg from the upside, coming from a bearish impulsive leg. It made an impulsive leg and a correction. Obviously, we're expecting price to drop even furthermore to tap into our area of interest for long positions. Since the high time frame is saying this thing's acting as as a bullish expanding continuation pattern. So now taking a look at what is happening currently here, price approach this level in this manner. Whenever you're seeing something that is too perfect or picture perfect, you have to ask yourself, how is price approaching that level? Because of a lot of people, whenever they're seeing something like this, they want to execute the market as soon as they see it, they tap into this without asking themselves, how is price approaching that level? Because obviously if this thing is too perfect, it is easily manipulated because of why it is textbook printed. A lot of people are going to enter here looking to sell this pair because of what they're seeing, a picture perfect 1, 2, 3 structure. They want to sell here instead of waiting for confirmation. When price approaching a level like this, you have to wait at least for a continuation pattern in confirmation of our sell buys on the small time frame, either the 15 minutes or the 5 minutes, depending on what time frame you're using. But then here's what happened when price got there. People got involved, obviously, This is textbook wise. They got involved. They've placed in their cells here, stop loss above, expecting price to drop to the downside because they're seeing what a picture perfect setup. Obviously, they are right. Their confidence is very correct. They're having what an impulse correction. They want continuation, but then you have to ask yourself that this thing is too perfect. How many people are seeing this thing? And what they just imagine their reaction whenever they see something like this. They get they develop FOMO. They want to like get involved because this is like it is like picture perfect. So now price broke above, creating an extension. Why did it do that? Price was simply creating what was grabbing liquidity. Remember, for each and every buy there must be a seller. So obviously people are entering sells here. That's 90% of people are entering sells here. The market has to like liquidate their stop loss before it can give us the right direction. Why? The market cannot move with all of us, basically, with all of us, because this is picture perfect. Hence, I say always ask yourself, how is price approaching a level? Price broke above. Obviously, people are panicking. They're saying this thing is being invalidated. Unfortunately, this thing like is still valid. This is just an extension. You have to trade the market. The market is imperfect. It's imperfect. So expect something like this, especially if price giving you a picture perfect setup. Price created what? An extension. An extension. We're still looking for selling opportunities. We're having like we have at the top there we're having out the first touch, second touch, anticipating what the second tap here. If price can correct here and push back up, then usually drop. But then don't just have only this as a confluence. Also look left and ask yourself, how did price get here? If you can take a look at left here, price from this level here, it showed to the downside. If you can take a look at the previous video, I said that if price always create what? An imbalance of price, then it consolidate. Consolidation price is what's taking up orders before it can continue with our buyers. So now price is creating what you call a price balance. Why? Initially it made what? A price imbalance of this impulsive leg. That is why price is moving towards the upside before it can drop. Remember, from this level we made lows, and here price is still in mid-air. So that is why price has to like be at least a bit more expensive before you can actually look for selling opportunities, since you're what? Selling when things are expensive and buying when things are low. So now price is shifting towards an area where the money was created before, which is actually this level here. Money was created around this area here. So now what do you want to see next? Since it's Monday tomorrow, you want to see price coming to this level here, exhausting, then extend further out to this level, then push to the downside. We're looking for take what? A higher risk entry at that tap of that, taking it to the downside, accompanying price into our level of interest for what? For long opportunities. We want to see price coming here as our second take profit. Our first take profit is going to be what? Obviously this trend channel here. From here we are going to here, maybe a possible extension into the perfect dead tap before we can what? Look for long positions. Why? That time frame is saying we are contained in a bullish continuation expanding channel. The expanding channel. How do you see that price has created what? At the top there, a swing, a series of swing higher highs and a series of swing lower lows. We are from a swing higher high, we are going to a swing higher low. We want price to come into these areas of interest before you can look for what? For buying opportunities. At these levels here, price will be now at a cheaper level in order for us to be able to buy this price action. So now we're looking for buying opportunities on Nzdjpy for the longer term run. But then let me say medium term, because we're still having this low that is shielding the downtrend. So we'll only confirm long term buys if price breaks this level and give us a swing high. If price can create the momentum shift from this level after it's sold, break the high, create what? A consolidation pattern, confirming a higher low and continuing flight to the upside. Obviously creating what? Like I said, a momentum shift from a downward trend into an upward trend. We can only confirm that once price breaks this protected level, which was protecting what? The downtrend. Currently, you're looking for what? For a short-term sell, accompanying price into a level of interest for what? Medium-term buying opportunities up until this level. Getting to see how price is going to react on this level here. So looking for buying opportunities on the Nzdjpy for the medium-term and short-term sells. Short-term sells in a nature of accompanying price into the low, into the low here. So now let's take a look at the second pair, which is the third pair I meant to say, which is USDJPY. USDJPY. On the high time frame, USDJPY is currently in the nature of also creating what? A momentum shift. Why do I say that? Remember, we had a protected low, which was this one here, protecting what? The downtrend here, but then price broke above, creating a series of what? Of higher highs and higher lows. Currently, price has confirmed what? Our bullish bias. This is basically what? A momentum shift from a downtrend into an uptrend. How do you see that? Price is creating what? A series of higher highs and higher lows. So now, what do you want to see now? You want to see price, in order for us to continue looking for those longer term buying opportunities. You want to see price going into our buy interest levels. Taking a look at how price has been moving, we have this nature here. You can use the trend line as a guide. We're having this nature acting as a guide. Price created what? An impulse, correction, impulse, correction. You want to see price creating a discount before we can what? Continue with our buying opportunities. Why? It created what? A momentum shift. So now let us take a look at what we're having on the lower time frame, identifying our key levels, since we've seen that price has moved from a downtrend into an uptrend. So now let's take a look at the day time frame, identify our key significant levels, which is the lowest low, the previous swing low, and the highest high of this current bullish trend. Price is creating what? A bullish price action. We had an impulse, we had a correction, and an impulse. We're expecting what? Another correction before price can push up. So now let us take a look at what is currently happening on this recent price action. This is what we're having currently. Price is creating this structure here. If you can cater for a structure, we're having a high here. Obviously, price is at the level where it's like where it's expensive. You can't expect to buy price when it's here, unless price can break impulsively above and create what? A larger high time frame continuation pattern that will confirm what? A further push towards the upside. But unfortunately, currently price is what? Creating is moving towards a level of high value. Is what we're having here. Price is moving in this level here in a corrective manner. Initially, we're looking to sell this price action while it was here, because we had a left shoulder head, expecting a right shoulder, resulted from this what? From this impulsive leg, creating a continuation pattern and further continue to the downside. But then price didn't get a level of high value area for it to drop. Hence you're seeing price retracing back again to the upside. It is basically going to fetch enough momentum for it to drop. So now, taking a look at how prices are approaching that level there. Taking a look at our prices are going to that level. We are looking to sell price when it gets to this level here. Not here. When it gets to this level here, we're looking to sell USDJPY, accompanying it also into our level of what? Of long bias interest. Obviously creating what? A third type of this, giving us maybe a nature of an expanding continuation pattern to the upside. Remember, you're coming from what? From an impulsive phase. It's an impulsive phase. Correction. We want continuation. But then currently we're looking for what? For a short-term sell, as price will be discounting into our level of long bias interest before it can what? Shoot to the upside. So now we're looking for what? For short-term sells to our level of interest. How can we catch ourselves? We're waiting for price to extend a bit further to the upside, tapping into our level, our area of interest, giving us what? A clean 1, 2, 3 structure. As you can see, price is creating what? An entry trigger. A clean 1, 2, 3 structure. Obviously, this was news. Currently, price has given us what we call a middle section. This is a middle section. Waving first touch, second touch, middle section, measuring the previous impulsive leg. Price has a high chance of what? Giving us a dead tap into our area of high value, giving us what? a possible high risk entry, or you can still wait for price to tap into that, retrace back below, create a consolidation confirming what a sell bias with a bearish flag, obviously, an ascending double top zone, a left shoulder head and a right shoulder, and taking it to what? To the downside. So you're looking for selling opportunities as soon as price taps into our area of interest. Obviously, in this corrective manner, we're indicating what? Loss of momentum. Loss of momentum. So you're looking for price to get into that area of interest. In this manner, giving us what? A dead tap into that before it can actually drop towards the downside. Obviously, same scenario as the Nzdjpy. We are accompanying price to our level of long bias interest, long bias interest, because in order for us to buy something, the price has to discount. We cannot buy when price is expensive. We're only buying when things are cheap and selling when things are expensive. So that's it for Usdjpy. We're looking for selling opportunities, accompanying price into a level of long bias interest. Also with Nzdjpy, we're looking for selling opportunities towards our swing. My chart's a bit messy. Towards let me remove everything. Towards our area of long bias interest, as we're having what? A bullish expanding continuation channel. This is what we're having on our time frame. We're looking for price to what? Discount into our level into our area of what? Long bias interest. We want to see price discounting to this area here. Obviously, taking this one here as our first target. Second target. This one as our first target. And obviously we're having this channel here which is sitting in a very tricky nature. It is broken above. This is still a channel. Remember, the market is imperfect. Reason why it broke above, it was catching those people that were actually expecting to sell here. If you can take price back to this level here, people wanted to enter this level here, wanted to enter price at this level. Like I said, when price is too perfect or is too good to be true, wait for it to give you confirmations. Price broke this level here. Why? A lot of people wanted to enter the market on this level here, so price needed to catch people and convince them that this thing is buying, but to actually what? Drop to the downside. It was respecting this channel. This was basically a simple price extension into that. So now we're looking for selling opportunities, Nzdjpy, Usdjpy, and US30. We're looking for what? Short-term sales before our long-term buying opportunities. That is it for the video. I hope you get to have a productive week, month, and a year ahead of you. Innovative traders, we out.